fulfill your disco and going to the
Maybe.
club
Never thought about it
every
this way.
It is unconscious or maybe without even thinking
Oh
that
yeah, it's a part of tradition. Yeah, people put it, but I don't put much thinking into this.
thank you everyone. So please do make yourself comfortable. And we are about to, I think, everybody okay? Okay. So if you do have any question, please do not hesitate to unmute and ask. I think I don't know what is happening. Can you see me or hear me, everyone? Yeah, good. So there is several questions I have from some leftover from last week's Sangha, some new from this week. If you have any question while you are on YouTube or in a Zoom meeting or in person attending, please do unmute and ask. And I will take myself back. I have a question, first one. It is about if you practice yoga, if you practice yoga and your beliefs are different to an yoga, can you still celebrate Christmas? Can you still practice other religions? It was somebody sent that question because somebody probably having a little dilemma of the conflict. I do remember some time ago there was a uh, majority of the churches or church halls they rent out to yoga practices. In the beginning, there was a very normal to do that, but later they stopped hiring the church halls for yoga practice. And there was many situation people said yoga is a devil. If you practice yoga, you are uh, igniting or awakening or worshipping devil. But I have had several encounters to many people on that topic as well. They have personally said. I ask if you are practicing yoga and you are encountering a devil. I say certainly yes. That is absolutely true. Because when you practice yoga and meditation, you get to see lots of your ugly side as well. Lots of your ugly side, lots of limitation of your mind, lots of mental restriction, physical limitation, mental limitation, and it opens up your emotional blockages. You will encounter anything that had happened to you in your life. If those things come to surface, what is holding you back? If you identify them as either discomfort or a discomfort created by devil, yes, yoga is maybe encountering a devil within you or awakening the devil inside you. But in other hand, yoga is not devil. It's nothing to do with devilness or evilness or yoga is a concept of connecting within your own self, your mind, your prana, the energy, the inner strength in your body. So if you do practice yoga, yoga teaches you to accept. There is no judgment towards to whoever, whatever religion the person is, you can maintain your religion. Yoga does not ask you to drop your religion. Your all belief systems are different to a dharma. You can have many religion or religious views, but dharma is completely different. So whatever it does not serve you or help you in your existence, while you practicing yoga, lots of things automatically drops, automatically leaves your life. You will naturally not entertain them. That is a strength of yoga. Other aspect, when you're practicing yoga, yoga allows you to connect with your truth or your satya or your inner awareness, your consciousness, whichever it is, or whatever circumstances, or whatever capacity your mind is at that time. So, yoga is not a division, yoga is a matter of unity. Unity means not selective, it is inclusive. So everyone and anyone, whatever beliefs you have, you can do participate in yoga and meditation. Yoga and meditation is a subject of humanity. It makes you a human being. When you become a human being, whatever religious practices you are doing, you're likely to enjoy them as well to the maximum awareness. You're practicing religious views, but without being kind, without understanding your human nature, without understanding the limitation of the senses, without understanding the limitation of your mind and your body. Lots of things are just you are doing without even knowing. You may not even doing them properly. Yoga enhances your practices to a next level rather than asking you to drop them. So if you have ever any question that you, whatever religion or whatever religious views you have, can you practice yoga? Certainly you can. Vice versa. If you are practicing yoga, can you still celebrate Christmas as is today? I believe yoga's message of our Sanskriti, of Sanatana Dharma, Ekam Satya Vipra Bahuda Badanti. There is a message saying the all the one truth being explained by knowers differently in different ways. That's one statement. Ekam Satya Bahudam Pantha means one truth and there's many paths to get to it. So if you're practicing yoga, can you practice, can you celebrate Christmas? You're talking about celebration, not forcing Christmas on yourself. You should celebrate every day like Christmas. Why does it have to be only 25th of December? Can you imagine if you are happy If you're talking about capitalized, commercialized version of Christmas, buying gifts, constantly sold products, and feeling the pressure, in that situation, probably not. You should not celebrate at all. But if you are celebrating being happy, being joyous, contentment, Christ represents a peace. Christ represents humanity. Christ represents love. Christ represents wisdom. Christ represents a sacrifice of your own desire, on your own for welfare of others. Basically, a compassion. And those things you should practice them every day, not have to be subject to one day. So in that case, yes, you can celebrate Christmas every day, not just only one day, every day. So next question I have: what is how can yoga and meditation help us with our social life? It's a very good question. Sometimes when you practice yoga, you can become a recluse. You can become completely cut out from everything, completely self-isolated. That's what people think. Yoga is a self-isolation. Yoga is hiding yourself somewhere and locked away, like basically your own prison of mind. Or only select connecting with the people whoever agrees to you whatever you believe in. So you limit your social life. I know the lots of people, if you are not vegan, they will not even talk to you. Especially at present days, if you haven't had those things in your body, they don't want to talk to you. If you have had them, people who don't like them, they will not talk to you. Or there is a divide in a community and society, even on your lifestyle choice of your life towards your own health. So, social life, if you do not practice meditation, they begin in yoga. If you practice Iyengar yoga, the lots of people who does not practice Iyengar yoga will find you with completely different type of thinking. People who practice Ashtanga, they don't really like to associate with somebody who practice Hatha. People who practice Hatha may not like to associate with the Mysore people. And people who practice Bhakti Yoga, they don't like to associate with somebody who Raj Yoga. People who practice Raj Yoga may not associate with Karma Yoga. It is a cult or sect concept you are talking. People who believe in Shiva may not believe in Rama. People who believe in Rama may not like to believe in Krishna. People who believe in Krishna may not believe in Durga. It is a, you can have a social life within the stream of what you believe in. But how can you have an inclusive social life? That is nothing to do with yoga and meditation. It depends on you as an individual, how receptive and respective you are to other people's view. If other people's view can be challenging for you to accept them, or if you are not able to accept them, the people as they are, your social life is going to be limited. And you will find yourself cut away, or you find people uncomfortable to be surrounded, or you will find people, they are not entertaining your mind, you do not want to associate with them. So, yoga and meditation can help you tremendously in your social life. Why? Yoga will awaken your connectivity to your senses, enhances your processing ability. Once you start enhance, or when you start living with your enhanced processing ability of receptiveness of your senses, not limiting to selective thinking, but broaden and open thinking, aligning to a universal consciousness, not either selective individual consciousness or whatever belief, either based on the religious or sect or the cult you are part of it. If you remain open to be other people's viewpoint as they are, you can have your viewpoint. I'm not asking to suppress your viewpoint. I am born as a Hindu. I am still a Hindu. You can call it. I was go to a mosque. I go to a church. I go to the Buddhist monastery. I go to a temple. I can go to any temple I like to. None of them can affect me what I believe in. My consciousness, my understanding, my receptiveness is to me. My dharma is mine. But I am also respecting other people's dharma as they are, as long as they do not force the dharma on me. You have a dharma, keep it to yourself. My social life is broad. I'm not limited only to my belief system, people. I'm open to every belief system. So your social life can be broadened, not just only to the people who you think they agree to whatever you believe in. It's very important to align and associate with the people where your consciousness is not suppressed. You can choose to have association or social life where you feel uplifted, elevated, or contributed to your consciousness. I'm not asking you practicing yoga to associate and hang out with somebody who drinks alcohol and smokes. But if you can be influenced by that, please do choose your social life very carefully. But if your awareness is strong enough, if your consciousness is deeply rooted in whatever consciousness you are aligned with, your mind is deeply rooted in your consciousness. In that case, you can hang out with somebody completely drunken person, constantly smoking, taking lots of drugs. You will not be affected by it at all. So be rooted in your consciousness and then receptive to everybody else's consciousness. You will have a great social life. But how the meditation can help your social life? Because you will not react to other people's viewpoint. You will not be able to offend other people, because meditation makes your mind calm, makes you more aware, makes you more receptive. Again, it enhancing your receptiveness will affect your social life. You are socializing, but your mind is disruptive, reactive, and destructive, and react to everything that anybody says, your social life will be very limited. You will not have many people who you can socialize with. So meditation makes you be more mindful of the how you are reacting. It teaches you to be responding, not reacting. Meditation and yoga helps you to understand your senses, not to react, but to respond to the situation and circumstances and to the thoughts that your mind brings to you and your living circumstances wherever you are. Desha, Kala, Pravritti. Three things are important. And you must learn to react accordingly to them. Time, circumstances, and the place. That's what yoga teaches you. That is the message also in Bhagavad Gita. If you are a warrior, and if you are a warrior, the time of a warrior you start practicing, you can also be kind and compassionate. Warrior does not mean you're always killing, always fighting. Warrior can also be very peaceful. But the time of where you need to be a warrior and you start practicing peaceful practices, you have to act according to the circumstances. That is the message of Mahabharata. This is the message from Bhagavad Gita. It's full of knowledge. Bhagavad Gita is a full of knowledge for day-to-day life and modern human being. You will find most of the solutions for your dilemmas of the mind. Social life can be enhanced by yoga and meditation in many ways. I just gave you very simple few examples. But when you embarking and practicing, yes, it will help. But will be difficult. I know lots of some of my dear students. They take drugs. They take natural drugs, herb drugs, and they continue to do so despite they knowing it's not really serving them. They become addicted to it. They like to explore. That does not mean I associate. No, I should not associate with them. If I disengage, they have no other direction to go to. They will continue the direction what the path have led them to. So important part is to have a right association that's called Sangha. Always find a Sangha, an association or alliance or acquaintance with the people where your consciousness have a possibility to grow, expand. Your mind is fragile if you are on the path of spirituality. If you are sadhaka, you might be fragile. Can you imagine a banana tree, banana plant, and having a nearby a rose bush, beautiful rose bush, but have a spike thorn to it? Every single leaf will be teared into pieces. So similarly, if you are tender in your practice, if your sadhana is very tender, your consciousness is very tender and very fragile, you are not rooted enough in your sadhana. In that situation, make sure your social life is very carefully chosen. Chosen where it can expand rather than distract you and become disruptive to your own sadhana. So once you are rooted, once you become receptive, not reactive, remember, receptive with response, with responding, not reacting to it. You can socialize anywhere with anyone whatsoever. So yoga and meditation can enhance your social life greatly. But you are willing to learn, to embark on the path of yoga, or limit yourself in the bubble of yoga. If you're practicing real yoga, if you're practicing authentic yoga, if you're practicing yoga that is enhancing your awareness, not you are relating with it only because you want to practice yoga, because you want to fit or impress, or you like to have a certain level of social appearance. That is a question only you need to ask yourself. Are you really practicing yoga or living with the values of yoga, or just only performing yoga? As long as you are performing yoga, there will be difficulty for your social life. The day you start living yoga, you will not have problems in the social life. I have a next question. There's several, I'm just choosing which one should I go for it. There's something very practical. What is a restorative yoga? There is no such thing that is called a restorative yoga. Every yoga is restorative. Every yoga posture is restorative. Whatever we see nowadays, there are many hybrids of the people call the names yoga. But originally, yoga is just only one. You're aligning, and I'm talking the highest point of yoga. You are just only aligning to your mind completely into the state of surrender and love and compassion and peace, or whatever you believe in, to the universal consciousness or Krishna consciousness or Buddha consciousness or Shiva consciousness, whatever path you have chosen. You coming into the terms with peace with your senses, peace with your mind, with no conflict of interest with senses in your actions, and you are contained 24/7, no matter what is happening to you in your life and around your life. So, what is restorative yoga? In practical terms, where your mind feels restored, can be restorative yoga. Where, as you're working specifically to your body, where your nervous system feels restored and calm, not anxious and agitated, is restorative yoga. Whatever practice slows down your monkey mind or elephant mind can be a restorative yoga. When you're practicing, you feel really calm and contained within your physical body. Your electromagnetic field or your bioenergy of your body is calm, not settled or scattered mentally or physically. You don't feel after practicing yoga. That is the restorative yoga. Sometimes you practice yoga, your practice is so convoluted and imbalanced. You feel completely disorientated. Means you have not restored your body. You have only worked certain aspect of it. When your body is calm, your mind is calm, your breath is calm, and your adrenal gland, your nervous system, your endocrine system is in balance. So your hormone release in the body is in balance. Your breath is in balance with the movement. You completely contain. When you come out of the yoga practice, you feel really chilled, relaxed. You have practiced restorative yoga. Sometimes doing a japa can become very restorative. If you go for a good walk, for a 10 mile or 20 mile or maybe a few 5, 6, 10 kilometers, and just only solo. Make sure don't take a company with you. When you go for a walk, don't go in a company. You waste time talking. You do not even enjoy the walk. And serenity, you will have a beautiful nature around you, but you are busy talking. At least when you go for a walk, make your mind your company and enjoy the serenity of whatever your mind is experiencing, whatever your senses are experiencing. That can become very restorative. Then you make yoga walk as your yoga, restorative yoga. You feel completely contained. Even you practicing with many people, if you can be on your own at that time and submerge with your mind, with your body, with your senses, become completely mindful of it. Whatever practice you are doing at that time, that can become very restorative. But you might be doing savasana and even doing a restorative practice, holding the postures very long period of time, till your mind stop fighting. Whenever asana you are doing, you hold it till your mind accept that posture and do not question, do not bring any urge to move out of it and stay comfortably in there. If you can stay there for forever, you have no problem with that. Means you are practicing restorative yoga. Till where your mind stops its own agitation, till the point your mind stops the agitation of being in whatever circumstances you are in, you are practicing restorative yoga. You will restore your nervous system. We implement that in asana format, not getting distracted. When you are walking, not getting distracted anything what you're seeing. Similarly, when practicing asanas, you are moving your toes to the music and moving your fingertips, looking around, adjusting your hair. When you are practicing asana, what does it make different that you are adjusting your hair and looking how you are looking? If anybody is watching you, how other people are doing, you should completely only engage with your own body. This is the first fundamental part of yoga. When you're practicing asanas, your interest is only you, not other people. What they are practicing, it is their problem. If they are doing correctly, not doing correctly, none of your business, especially when you're practicing yoga. I have seen many times when we do japa or the any chanting or the other practices, you look around, it's who's watching you to see how seriously you're looking. I've seen people meditating, they're looking that with one eye open, that how seriously you are looking, if the teacher is watching you and other people within this room watching you. So important part when you meditate, when you practice yoga, make sure your both eyes are closed. You are the only at that time. If you doing japa, just only solitude, completely engaged with that. 100% dedication. Remember, you try to do too many things same time, you can't do it. You only enjoy one thing at a time. Give 100% attention to it. Give all of your five senses awareness at one action. At one action, either you're doing asana, doing pranayama, doing meditation, doing savasana, doing walk, or doing japa, or talking to somebody, or even listening a Sangha, or listening to some discourse, or anything that is enhancing your consciousness. Don't do too many things. I've seen people that's listening is such a great discourse on such important topic of life, but they are busy cooking. Either you end up burning the food, what you are cooking, or you are not listening. Remember, your mind only can do one thing at a time, not too many things. Similarly, if you decide to do a restorative practice, start with a walk, then start with savasana, then start with the physical asana practice, but eyes closed, completely awareness to your own self. I have a couple of more questions, but seems we run out of time so fast. I will hold them for a next week. Next week question, what is mindfulness? So hold on to the thought. till we see next week. Meantime, have a good evening, good afternoon, or if you live with me. See you very soon. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoy your conversation or our conversation. See you soon. If you like it, please share it.